Hi everyone, my name is Linghui. I come from Shenzhen Zero Waste, also known as Toxic Free Corps. First, I'd like to thank Appen for inviting us to give a presentation about our work in detoxifying e-commerce. I'm honored to be here and present to you some of the work we have been doing. Before moving forward directly into the topic of today, I'd like to give a brief introduction to our organization. We are focused on two issues. One is the topic today, detoxifying e-commerce. The other is mainstreaming chemical management through building a chemical safety network and promoting priority control chemicals reduction by taking waste incineration industry as an example. As urbanization is developing fast in China, more and more people move to live in the city. While as an approach to stimulate economy, consumerism has been promoted largely among the society. Thus, more and more products have been made to fulfill people's needs, whether necessary or not. However, during the life cycle process of producing, the use of toxic chemicals haven't been well regulated. The solid waste, wastewater, and gas have not been well treated, ended up in the environment and polluted the soil, water, air, and food. You might have heard or read that many cities in China have been suffering from haze, which is a result of the mixture of many kinds of air pollutants from all kinds of emission resources. With the fresh air becoming more and more precious, it has been harder for us to find a clean river running through the cities as well. The river is either gray, green, or yellow, with some smells unpleasant or disgusting. Sadly, but in a good way, this pollution is visible. People can feel it and react to it. The days of haze each year have decreased after investing a huge bunch of money and implementation of related policies. Many cities have been putting a lot of effort trying to clean the rivers, and some have worked. Less known by people is that there is one type of pollution that is invisible. People do not know, not to mention react. Take the pictures on the slide as an example. The cadmium in the sea crab has been out of limit. The rubber duck contains excessive salads. The Rubik's Cube was found to contain brominated flame retardant, which it shouldn't have. The plate contains a high level of magnesium. The content of dioxin, mercury, and vinyl chloride is rather high in this bright river. The concentration of endocrine disrupting chemicals in the breast milk has reached a level which would bring harm to the baby in some cities. The dioxin and the polychlorinated bisphenol in some free-range chicken eggs is above the standard limit that EU sets. Unintentionally and intentionally, people are made to live in a dangerous environment where they could be exposed to any kind of toxic chemicals through water, food, or consumer products. So in order to raise people's awareness and make some change, we decided to launch a campaign, Consumer Products, in 2017. We started to put e-commerce as a target in 2019, considering that more people accustomed to shop online. The amount will be still growing. It is more convenient than shopping in a physical store. There are many types of platforms, from full-line to vertical, which mainly sells food, cosmetics, clothes, or baby products. With live webcasts and short videos going viral all across China, many influencers take the chance to sell products through their videos. It is a new type of e-commerce form, as you could see from the last logo, Douyin. The competition between all platforms is fierce because they all want to keep the existing and attract more customers. They are desperate to build images, though the products sold online are not necessarily safer or better than offline. There is a set of regulations that guarantee our right to protect ourselves from toxic products. We should just act as an average person, buy products from those platforms, send them to a testing lab, and request the platforms to take actions if any is unqualified. By doing this, we could gain more public support because all people want to live in a healthy life. No one wants to be harmed by toxic chemicals. We hope that with our effort, each e-commerce platform will build up a chemical management system to block toxic products out and a higher standard for supply chain management, make them do better than the national standard. So far, we have tested products sold on e-commerce platforms. We can see from the slide, from left to right and top to bottom, there are skin whitening cream, lipstick, complementary food, sea crab, mooncake tray, rubber duck, eraser, Halloween teas, and plastic wrap. You could see that we are more focused on food packages, toys, stationery, and cosmetics. In the future, we will focus more on the baby and maternal products, children products, and food. The targeted customers are kids and women because they are the most vulnerable yet always have been neglected in society when it comes to product safety issues and chemical management. Strategy differs among these products. The slide shows how we conduct the rubber duck campaign. Before ordering products online, firstly we would make a plan about quantities and sampling approaches. Then we would check the CCC information on the web page and order some of them. CCC is China compulsory certification. Toys need this certification to prove its quality, but it is not compulsory to put the CCC information on the web page. So after receiving the products, we would check the CCC on the package or label and send some of them to the lab. When we get the testing result, we would send the report and an advice email to the corresponding platform, report to 12315, i.e. the National Platform of Consumer Dispute Resolution about unqualified products, and write a report summarizing the process and the results. Normally, the platform would force the various shops to stop selling the unqualified products, and that's all. Though we want them to do more and build up a system to block unqualified products out. Local market supervision and administration would go to the related manufacturer, take samples and send for testing, and then impose a fine or shut down the production line and ask the manufacturer to adjust itself so as to abide by the law. If local market supervision and administration didn't do anything, it would then apply for administrative review. If it still didn't work, we will think of filing a lawsuit. When the report is finished, we would hold a press conference and invite journalists to attend. Some of them would publish an article about the campaign. Besides, we would also write a policy proposal and find a deputy to the National People's Congress or a national committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference to propose for us at the annual meeting of NPC and PPCC. This is only a general process. It differs based on the product type, testing result, and target of the campaign. Since the autumn of 2018, we have conducted 4 relatively big campaigns against e-commerce. We have faced many challenges. Among them, I think top 3 would be A. E-commerce platforms hold too much PR power. They could make some mainstream media not publish our action because they run ads on those medias. Also, they have tried to silence us by bribing us or threatening us. B. E-commerce platforms haven't been required to take more responsibility. According to the Chinese e-commerce law, the e-commerce platforms should share the legal responsibility with the e-shops if the products sold online could not guarantee the property and personal safety. But so far, no one platform has been fined or forced to make changes. One big reason is that those big platforms contribute largely to local tax income. C. Hard to raise special funds for this specific campaign. Compared to other environment campaigns, the detoxifying e-commerce campaign hasn't attracted enough attention. Foundations are not interested in this issue yet. For the first challenge, on one side, we keep sticking to our guns. On the other side, we just wait for opportunities. For example, in the first rubber duck campaign, basically no private-owned media could publish the story because one of the targeted platforms runs ads on them. Then all of a sudden, Guangzhou Daily reported our story because they are government-owned, and that platform had to respond to us and try to talk with us face-to-face. For the second, we apply for administrative reconsideration, which would force local market supervision and administration to take actions on the platforms. Also, we would take the opportunity of the annual meeting of NPC and CPPCC to hand in a proposal, suggest the related ministry or department to fully implement the e-commerce law. As for the third, we try to make use of the general funds and choose those cheap products as targets. And we will keep influence foundations and raising money from the public. So far, we have made all platforms withdraw all unqualified products. Besides, one platform conducted a defect investigation of the sea crab in their cold storage in 2018. Cadmium in 60 of the sea crab was out of limit. Pinot always drew 18,000 links of rubber toys in 2019 and required rubber toy shops to provide the CCC information on the page. One platform punished 47,000 products of rubber toys from May to September 2020. One local market supervision and administration launched a special action to check all the rubber toy manufacturers and require these problematic ones to make improvements so as to abide by the legal requirement. So one Japanese stationery brand, Mitsubishi Pencil, stopped selling 2 cans of erasers in China from April 2020. In order to achieve the final goal, the strategies we have used are not enough. So we are planning to introduce the retailer report card and adjust it to suit the condition in China. Try to build up an alert system like RAPEX, Rapid Alert System for non-food consumer products. Influence chemical management policies, especially related to priority control chemicals. Also, we will promote gender mainstreaming along the way. Hopefully, we could create a toxic-free e-commerce and contribute to a toxic-free future. Thank you for your attention. Here you could find my email address and the address of our website. Please do not hesitate to email me if you have further questions or suggestions. Thank you.